Welcome to another edition of the Gridiron Report. I'm Jared Johnson, and I'm starting a new feature here, a new thing. It's called Setting the Stage. I'm going to do this every week for the rest of the season. At least that's my plan. Just kind of setting the stage, telling you the basic information, the spread, the time, all that, injury report. I'm going to actually have a game preview of Texas Tech versus NC State here coming up later in the week with Mighty Joe. We're going to meet on campus here at Texas Tech and shoot a preview, and then we'll either do a video or a podcast on Inside the Red Raiders talking about like what we're looking for as well. But I just want to set the stage. Texas Tech 2-0, coming off a thrilling 33-30 double overtime victory over then number 25 Houston at home, taking on NC State in Raleigh there at what's expected to be a sold-out Carter Finley Stadium. Of course, NC State, number 16 in the country, 2-0. Very good team, bring back a veteran team. That game is set for 6 p.m. Central Time, that's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the game will be televised on ESPN2, so a lot of excitement surrounding that game. Some things I want to mention here. Injury report for Texas Tech. Coach Joey McGuire gives a pretty detailed report. Now, if there's guys that are probable, which is who I'm going to talk about here, or questionable, then he doesn't say for sure they're going to play or not, because he may not even know. But even if he did, of course, that's a little too much information. But two guys that he mentioned that got hurt in the Houston game, who are key figures for Texas Tech, who I'm really wondering, are they going to be able to play or not? One of them is offensive lineman Weston Wright, who he got rolled up on a running play. He's a multi-year starter for Texas Tech at guard. He's been playing left guard this year, and he's basically, Coach McGuire said they're going to see on their Fast Friday, which is their Friday morning practice, if he can go. If he can, then he'll go. But if he can't, then Jacoby Jackson will more than likely start for him at left guard, who has done a pretty good job. Young and very talented and big old dude, redshirt freshman Jacoby Jackson. So he played well. He's been playing in both games. He had a really good camp, and he played pretty good against Houston. And then this one may be even more critical in my mind. Christian Merriweather, starting inside linebacker, one of your leading tacklers, one of your best players, period, on the roster, certainly one of your leaders on defense. He even had a big forced fumble against Houston last week. He hyperextended his knee, but Coach McGuire seemed more optimistic about him. He said the trainers were already running Christian, and that they're hoping that he's either comes back Wednesday, today when I'm shooting this, or Thursday. So they're really thin at inside linebacker. Kosai Elders there plays Will next to Christian Merriweather. Mike, Dimitri Moore might be the next guy. But to me, Christian Merriweather is one of the main guys you just can't lose on that defense. That's a big hole. So hopefully he's ready to go and he's healthy, and he could have a big game for Texas Tech out in Raleigh this week. Now, looking at NC State, like I said, I'm going to have a preview with Mighty Joe coming up later in the week, but I just want to mention three guys that have really stood out to me in watching some of their games from last year and early this year. Obviously, I got to start with Devin Leary, the quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Expected to be the ACC Offensive Player of the Year. He was the preseason ACC Offensive Player of the Year. He holds records. I think he broke the single season passing touchdown program record last year, and there's been some good quarterbacks. I mean, Phillip Rivers comes to mind. I think he broke Phillip's single season record there. He's very good in terms of protecting the football, has a big arm. He can run when need be. Just a very good football player. He's going to be a problem for Texas Tech. He's a problem for everybody at NC State plays. So that, you have to start with him, with Devin Leary. But on the other side of the ball, there's two guys I've really enjoyed. I want to make sure I get their numbers right. Their names right. I know their numbers. Corey Durden, 48, a defensive lineman. Now, under Tony Gibson, their defensive coordinator, their defensive linemen don't necessarily get a whole bunch of stats, but boy, he is a load at 6'4", 305 pounds. He's a very good player. I believe he was first team All ACC last year, and I can see why after watching him play. He's just very good at the point of attack. He's a guy that could potentially give Texas Tech's offensive line a lot of problems. And then the other guy I want to mention, number 10, Tanner Engel. He's their hybrid. He plays what kind of Muddy Waters does, the hybrid safety linebacker role. And he's fun to watch. He's a hard-hitting guy. I haven't seen him really come up with a lot of turnovers, but he's a hard-hitting guy. He really does a lot of things for that defense in terms of helping in run support, just being a smart player. He's always around the ball. He's just one of those guys. So look out for number 10, Tanner Ingle. He's, like I said, if you like football, you like watching this guy play. So that's really just me setting the stage. Like I said, 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN2. They're at sold out Carter Finley Stadium there in Raleigh, North Carolina. Texas Tech versus North Carolina State. Both teams are 2-0. I'm really expecting a good game. I know NC State's favored by 10, and I understand why. They have a veteran team, a good team. And Texas Tech has to show that they can go on the road. This is Tech's first road test of the season, and under Joey McGuire, new head coach Joey McGuire. So we'll see how they react, and I can't wait to find out. But for now, I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.